Angel Wings. Welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be doing Enderman makeup. So let's jump right into it. I am not really that much of a professional makeup artist. I don't have a degree. I don't have a master in makeup. So bear with me. So this is also kind of like my first YouTube video where I'm doing makeup. I actually did try that a long time ago, but then I deleted them because I felt like they were so bad. But now, with like the encouragement of my close friends and also people asking for stuff like this, I thought I should try something really fun. First thing is like you have to do your base whichever way you do your base. But I have like this tip that I got from Red Note, like the doing TikTok. It's basically you take your foundation, just a little bit of your foundation, guys, a little bit of your foundation, don't go crazy, and take like a moisturizing oil. I already put on sunscreen, sorry if I didn't tell you that. But you put on like a moisturizing oil. I am putting on castor oil because that's really good for your skin, and just a little drop of it on your foundation, and then just mix it together and then put it on. It is like the best foundation for your skin ever. Actually, the first thing you should be doing is primer. I almost forgot. But anyway, for this look, you should definitely do your primer on your eyelids too, because there's going to be a lot of makeup that's going to be going there, and anywhere else around your face where you feel like you want your makeup to stay on for longer or look good. Can I be honest with you guys, this is actually really fun. I always wanted to do something like this, like makeup inspired videos, YouTube and all that stuff. So I just put the collagen thing on my hands. I don't know if you guys can see it. Not the collagen, the castor oil. Bruh, I'm thinking about collagen because my joints be hurting. Anyway, so you just mix it. Oh goodness, mix it at the palm of your hands. Just a little nice mixy mix. Now we're gonna put on foundation, and you're going to just like do like swipes. Like, I don't know where I learned this from, but put it on with your finger first and mix it in with your finger, and then you start patting it in. So another thing that I like to do, whatever leftover foundation that you have, just put it on your neck so that everything is like, you know, one thing going on. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but yeah, I put on my foundation and it's looking really good. Next step. So now it's for the, what are these called again? Highlighters? Anyway, like I said, I'm not a professional makeup artist, but how I like to do is just like bring in some light into these certain areas right here, and then also right at my forehead where my pimple is at. Okay, and then I take a much more lighter one and go in the middle of it, and then right there too. If you have, well, I don't have them that much, but as you can tell, I have a very big smile, and so I have some smile lines, which kind of annoys me sometimes. So I just like to put them on a bit further away from the smile line, because it does get cakey once you put it right on top of whatever smile line you have. What I like to do for my nose contour is take the lighter, not the lightest because this is the lightest shade, but the lighter shade, and do a straight line down my nose, and then just leave it like that. And you guys are going to see, once we have blended everything, it's going to add like so much color. I don't know, like color, but like light to your face. It's going to add so much light to your face, and it's going to look kind of ghostly. So be careful about that. Okay, this is for cosplay, makeup, TikTok stuff. So if you're doing this for like going out, kind of think about that. Okay, now we're gonna blend everything in. I'm using the wrong blend brush. I usually have a different one like this one, like a flat one. And then I feel like it just packs everything in. And as you can see, it added a lot of color difference. And that's why usually with my makeup look, my face looks much more lighter than my neck. So it's kind of like, yeah, a bit funny. Do I look like a scary vampire? Hashtag Twilight, call me if you guys are still doing movies or whatever. But yeah, you see how I didn't add anything on the eyes? You can see like the white contrast is over there. It's because it's gonna be wider. This is also like a really big tip for any of my pigmented girlies, brown girlies, black skin girlies. Like, you need a white concealer if you're doing anything that's highly pigmented. Anything that has I know we could buy the most expensive highly pigmented like eyeshadow palette and it will still not turn out the way you want it to. So make sure, like a little hack, get like a really white eyeshadow. Get a really white concealer, like white, pale white ghost, okay? And we're gonna put that on our eyelids. Who else is South African like me? If you are, make sure you drop a South African flag in the comments so we can all of us complain about the weather right now. It is too cold for the season that it is. How? And I love the cold. I'm a winter baby. I was born on 11 July, bro. Why am I crying about this weather? Okay, now we're just gonna put it on our eyelids like so and like so. Since I love and I'm obsessed with doing makeup, we're also gonna put it under the eye too, because that's where we're gonna be doing our egg yolk, and we needed to have like a really good base for our egg yolk. All right, now we're going to just blend in the white around our eyes. So take like a nice brush, whatever brush you brush, and just like blend it whatever way you want. If you want a particular shape, you can do that. But if you just want it to be a good base, like a white paper base, then just add a little bit less of the white concealer. The more I do this makeup, the more I will be a good person to be on the Twilight film. Obviously, the scary monster part. Like, yeah. And I just remembered, guys, we forgot to put on our contacts first. This is kind of like a purpley kind of contact. I don't have purple contacts, so these have to do what they can do, okay? And this is why you should put on your contacts before your foundation, because you start crying and ruining everything. So thank goodness we remembered before we put on the eyeshadow and everything. So yeah, number one tip, put on your contacts before your foundation, everything else, or else it's gonna get ruined. I'm not gonna lie with you guys, but this is kind of growing on me. I look like an opposite of a raccoon. Opposite of raccoon. I don't know if that exists. Now we're gonna do the most exciting part, the actual eyeshadow makeup, which are the eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to be using in this video. If you're an SA girly, it's the LA girl one for my egg yolk. Like, this is perfect for egg yolk. And then this one, it has like a lot of really nice pigments. It has like a really good purple that I'm going to be using, and it has like a lot of good pink. Another tip that I have learned is to get this type of brush. As you can see, it's like a very thin brush. It's very good for doing your egg yolk, and I'm pretty sure you can get it anywhere. Shein, Take-A-Lot, Temu. This brush is really good for doing your egg yolks. Now we're gonna get straight into it. I know we've all been very excited for this, but I'm gonna be using this color from the LA Girl shade for doing my Eggy Cell contour, which I'm calling it contour because I'm laying out the baseline of how I want my Eggy Cell or makeup look to look before I start adding in the color, the shading, and all that stuff. It'll make sense in a second. So we're gonna be getting up and close and personal foundation. So I want you guys to start like right where the eye ends, right there. That's when you make your first little mark, all right? And then you're going to do as big as you want or as small as you want. Do a good little swoop. As you see, I have eye lines. So it works really perfectly. I usually follow my eye lines, but for you, you can do whatever way you want. And I start following it. Start following my eye line and then going up. Going up, so I wanted to connect with the eye over here. What you should do is also add, like, you know when you're going to add your eyeliner, but do like a little bit of a line longer over here for your eyeliner. Okay. It's a bit messy, but you get it. I'm not used to filming or doing all this stuff. And then you just connect them together. Alright, and you just connect them together. I love this because it's so nice and pigmented, guys. Oh, it's been years of no pigmented makeup, bro. Anyway, and then you already have this going on for you. And then I already love to start off over here where I already have my own natural eyeliner thing. If you don't have it, it's okay. You can make it yourself. And just draw in the actual Eggy Cell. I think this is like the eye bag thing. I don't know. And then I just go under here. And then, yeah, that is how my Eggy Cell is going to be looking. Alright, so now I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other eye. Now this is how it should be looking, and now it's time to add some shadow and definition on those eye bags. I still don't know what they are. If anybody knows what they are, like, comment it down below. We're all very curious. I'm going to be using this shade from this palette that I don't know which palette it is. If you guys know which palette this is from, please let me know because I want to buy. I'm going to be using this shade or this shade too, to add more of a pinky, more human eye pinkiness of it. And there, I don't know if I'm making sense. So I don't know what name is this brush called. It's like a packing brush, but I'm just going to be using this brush. And then I'm gonna first go in with the same one that I was using for my Eggy Cell lining. And then we're just gonna fill in the darker edges a little bit, okay? Fill in a little bit. And then we're gonna add in the other browns. So this one's kind of like a pinky brown that I've started to add in. And then I'm gonna add it right there, at the top, at the beginning of the top. I'm kind of making a very funny face. I'm like, alright. In the middle of it, I'm going to be adding this one because it's like kind of a combining one of the two. Blend everything into the art. Put that one, blend. We don't want it to just be completely white like this. We want to add some brown, some pink right at the beginning, and for it to just blend in a bit more naturally. So this is how it should be looking now. A bit more scarier, but you can see what I'm talking about. Now you can really see what I'm talking about. Take the darkest shade, this one. This one is the darkest, but it's a shimmer. And this one is the lighter purple, and that's pink. But I'm going to take the darkest shade of purple over here and start with darker shade.
As you can see, it is not coming out as pigmented as I wanted, so imagine if you didn't have the white base before.
So it's not as dark as I want it to be, a dark purple. I do have another dark purple here. So we're gonna try it also and add on to this one. So it's not turning out as dark purple as I wanted it to. So I'm gonna add like this dark green that's in this palette or a little bit of black just to add that dark eyeshadow look. So let's see how that. So I added a little bit of black because the dark green would have made it look really weird. You know what? Let's continue with the look. Maybe it will grow on me because in real life it's nice and dark purple, but in the camera it looks light purple. So I don't know. I don't know how it's looking. I'm actually really loving this side more than this side. So I'm gonna try like doing this side more this side, but now we're gonna go to the lighter shade and just add that on the lighter parts so it like connects to each other. I'm just gonna use a lighter shade purple and I'm gonna get rid of this that I did so that this egg cell stands out by itself, because the last time I did this it kind of just morphed together and it didn't look good. So I'm just gonna stop this line by like contouring over it and getting rid of it with like my makeup and with my foundation and just getting rid of that, and then we'll see how it looks. Yeah. Now that we have done the eyeshadow look, which actually looks really good now, I was stressing out about that, we are going to add some color to our egg cell, but a little bit of purple, like the most lightest shade of pinky purple. Under here is going to look purple. So we're going to be using the lightest purple on this palette, which is what I used for my eyeshadow, the lighter shade of the eyeshadow. Yeah, we're gonna use that and the lightest shade of peachy pink on this LA Girl one, this one right here, and mix them together and see how it looks. So this is how it's looking right now. It's not looking absolutely amazing, just like how, you know, things don't turn out to look exactly what you think they're going to turn out you want them to look, but I'm gonna do some blending and try to fix it up so it looks kind of like the way I want it to. Yeah, another tip about makeup, it probably might not turn out the way you hope for it to turn out. Yeah. I did warn you guys, I am not a professional, I'm not a makeup artist, I don't have a degree. I'm just a girl who's doing her first YouTube video about Enderman cosplay. Yay! So I made the decision that we should continue on with the makeup look, because usually it might be because I don't have the eyeliner on, I don't have the eyelashes, it could be that. So whenever you're doing a makeup look, try to finish it instead of stopping when you think it's not 100%. Another tip on the whole rest of the eye.
While you guys are watching me attempt to do makeup, I wanted to introduce you to my channel where I'll be doing a lot of makeup, cute styles, cosplay, and any other suggestions you guys have in the comments. Mostly a lot of Chinese makeup style, like doing makeup is what I love to do. So if you love all of that stuff, like stay tuned. This channel is going to be all about that. Plus, on a black girl, it shall be interesting. So if you love that, stay tuned.
So this is how it should be looking right now. Now I'm gonna put on my eyelashes and boom, eyelashes on, looking very interesting. Not quite done yet, so next step And then now I just went in with the darkest shade of this LA Girl eyeshadow and just went over the brown liner that we have, so it's more anime, more cosplay. And now we're going to draw our under eyes. So that's fun. They're gonna be more cartoony because I can't draw the highly detailed, real looking ones. So I'm gonna try that.
A lot of voiceovers here, huh? But this is me attempting to draw anime under eyelashes. Enjoy me struggling.
So yeah, don't do what I did over here, but I did do a better one off camera. So I'm gonna try to fix this, even though it's not as perfect. But again, first time, not a professional. I'll get there, guys, I promise. So now I think I kind of fixed it, which is looking a bit okay. But now we're going to do the blush, which do the blush any way you want to do, but purple, because this is an Enderman makeup. And now we're gonna do the lips inspired by this creator, which I thought was absolutely amazing. So we're gonna quickly do that. And then now we're going to do the mouth bangs. I don't know what they're called, but yeah, we're gonna do that now. Okay, I'm gonna do this off camera because when I do something on camera, that happens. So this is how it's looking. I added some darker purple under there because I saw that's what they did and it looks actually much more better. I wasn't going to add it, but it looks really good. But now I'm just going to clean up some edges, try to fix what's going on there. And here's the final look. This is how it's looking without any of the filter yet. So you can literally use any filter you want. This is how I look with the filter on the TikTok app. And there's a lot of really cool filters here. This one, it's just really slow. Yeah, but there's a lot of really cool filters you can use. And yeah, have fun with it. You know, do creative looks and just enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching and liking and subscribing. For the 5 people who actually watched this, I love you guys so much. And please leave in the comment which mob you want me to do next, or what type of makeup style do you guys want me to do. This is my TikTok and you can see what I'm up to all the time. So yeah, I always post there every day except not on the weekends because your girl needs to sleep. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I love you guys so much. You are now my angels if you subscribed, and I am Angel Wings signing off. Mwah.